for your winner, Tatsuro Taira!
I'm happy to go!
Tatsuro Taira!
I'm happy to go!
Tatsuro Taira!
I'm happy to go!
Brandon Royval!
So it's a no-brainer that people aren't debating that Tatsuro Taira will be a future UFC champion. I mean, look at these comments. They valid as fuck. With his recent split decision loss against the #1 contender Brandon Royval, it exposed a lot of the holes in his game where he might not actually be championship level. So I guess we overestimated him in terms of his MMA ability right now, as of this moment, because he's only 24 years old. His grappling ability is 100 though. Don't worry about that. It's just the stand-up. So let's dive into the recent news. And also, yes, this might end up being the villain arc for Tatsuro Taira after his first loss in his life.
Adjusting Japanese superstar, I'm talking about Tatsuro Taira. What are the 3 keys that I feel like he could still become a world champion?
I'm curious to see these two. Like, these two right here are a question mark. Can you go 5? Can you go 5 rounds? And I want to see how he looks.
I have a really gut instinct that Royval's going to pull this one off. I know I should be picking Taira because he's the big prospect, and that would be the easy thing to do, but I've been watching back some fights, man, and there's some hairy moments with Taira. That Shayrez fight was pretty close, you know? I know Royval's looked bad in fights as well. I think he can make Taira break. I think he can put pressure on him. And if Taira don't get immediately what he wants from some of these grappling... but he did get held down so easily by Pantoja, but he still kept up good volume. I am going to go Royval.
This section is a small recap. I'm saying small, okay? I'm catering to the brain rot audience for these types of videos, okay? They're only like not that long. So Taira is known for beating his opponents easily and was being such a refreshing hype train. That being, he was a hype train that wasn't an asshole.
Can he get it? That's it. Taking it now.
Watch the armbar.
Triangle armbar.
Wow.
I mean, Hayes
That's it.
there it is. Laura, he's had
Oh, starting to close on Hernandez here. He's got to scramble.
Oh, he's in trouble, guys.
Stop, he's done.
Wow.
There it is.
See how he's... See, that was a... Wow. I think he hurt his...
Oh,
he tore something in his knee with that takedown.
I mean, there was that knee break on Alex there, but... I mean, yeah, that's pretty asshole-ish because he's most likely not going to fight for the next year or so. But in saying that, if I need to say a fighter's worst crime is fighting, then he's probably not a bad dude. Now coming into the title eliminator match between the title shot gatekeeper Royval and the hype train Tatsuro Taira. Royval is known for crazy volume and cardio, and pretty good on the ground too, and also southpaw. Maybe that played a role because of how inexperienced on the stand-up Taira is. So Royval won round 1, but one judge scored it to Taira, so that's already a debate. Taira definitely won round 2 with his crazy grappling, which it could have possibly ended the fight right there. Royval showed heart in round 3 with his crazy cardio. Taira managed to get some work done, which edged him a win for round 4, but led to the inevitable loss in round 5 then. Royval was just too much. In raw context, it looked like these two could have kept fighting, maybe. And if anything, I feel like everyone might have given the split decision to Taira because it was that good of a fight and actually that even. Like it could have been a draw. But the giant gap in significant strikes, although it was tough to know how much damage like it actually equated to in terms of context, but it was still too much of a gap to ignore, even for the judges. So the winner was Brandon Royval. You know, if Taira just had some good striking defense and managed to lessen the significant strike gap, they would have made him the winner. I even tried seeing if he did a post-fight interview, and I think he didn't. I think that's pretty sad. I'm sad, thank you. No, I'm sad. Fuck you. He should have just said that. I can't help but put this amazing Henry Cejudo feedback into this video.
Adjusting Japanese superstar, I'm talking about Tatsuro Taira. What are the 3 keys that I feel like he could still become a world champion? Number 1 is really his head movement. As Royval would throw, that he was just staying linear as he was able to get hurt. There was nothing here. There's no dips, right? And the second thing was his actual lateral movements. Even if he wasn't dipping, could he make Brendan Royval with lateral movement? Make him, be the matador against a straight guy who's coming in with straight punches. And then number 3, is the biggest thing that he probably needs to do is he's a single punch fighter, but if he's able to throw a punch, bring his hands back to him, then he's able to reload. In other words, he is not reloading. So number 1, he needs to move his damn head. Number 2, he needs those lateral movements. And number 3, he needs to bring his hands back to be loaded to eventually go again. And if he can make those adjustments, this guy is going to be dangerous. Guess what? Tatsuro Taira, I welcome you to Fight Ready MMA. I could help you do some big things in the flyweight division. And this episode was brought to you by the one and only Jimmy Bar.
Okay, calm down, Cejudo. I'm not that nice to put your sponsor in here. Well, fuck it. I don't give a shit anymore. Get your Jimmy bars in Walmart today, boys. So anyway, Cejudo had the right idea. He knew the only reason Taira lost was because of the strike gap. No one can ignore that. And all of Cejudo's solutions was a remedy to the strike difference. Number 1, moving your head will make Royval's strike accuracy go down. Step 2, where more proactive movement will make Royval more scared to just throw down. So that will lower his overall strikes because Royval might show respect to the, to the movement, to the footwork and all that stuff, and might plan something bigger, like a giant headshot, which would, encourage him to do less random strikes. Because without good footwork and good movement, Royval could just spam the significant strikes without it actually hurting because of his cardio, which made that result of the fight that we got. And step 3 is make Taira strike more, so the actual gap will be less. So if Taira dipped his toes in all 3, that will make him win the fight. Also, Figgy liked the video too, meaning if Taira could train with the most powerful striker in flyweight and the double champ Cejudo, boy, we will see a champion in no time.